little beginnings are always cherished. When getting to the top, or when you get to the top, you actually embody whatever you were able to grasp at your beginning stage during your foundations. What you were able to do for yourself is the most important thing. That takes me to what we are going to do today. Today we are delving straight into academy football. We are leaving Premier League football, professional football. We are going to the amateurs. We are looking at how good it is for us to even give them a spotlight at the beginning of 2026. So that is our edition for today's reaction, and my name again is Kwabena Menka. You can even call me Jacob Menka and I'll still respond. Let's move straight into it. We are in 2026. My word of advice to you is that stay focused, continue to persevere, continue to dream, continue to envision yourself in the best possible limelight. That will definitely have a ripple effect in your life. Now let's move forward. In this particular section, we are going to have it in series, right? I want to take you through the whole situation. So I have with me the GFA, a minute please, the GFA National Juvenile Committee report. The GFA National Juvenile Committee report. The rules and regulations, all you need to know. I'm taking you through it. First off, before I move on, I would like to read out the composition of the committee and their duties, right? So let's move straight into it. The committee and its duties. The executive committee shall determine the number of persons that will be appointed as members of the committee. The GFA shall provide a secretary. Now let's move on. The duties of the National Juvenile Committee as constituted by the Ghana Football Association shall include to be responsible for the orderly development, control, promotion, management, organization and administration of juvenile football in the country. B, to formulate bylaws for juvenile football in the country. C, to assist in the formation and organization of the national juvenile teams, which is the U13, U15, U17, both male and females. And then the D says that to instill high ideals of discipline, fair play, patriotism, and sportsmanship in the juvenile football in this country. So that means that I'm moving forward to the second scope of the discussion, which says that the National Juvenile Committee shall be responsible for the development of all categories of the youth football, which is male and female, right? So let's move on. The A says the academies, the code club, the groups linked to football, i.e. schools, colleges and universities. All these groups are supposed to be under the juvenile football conversation. And then they brought a caveat there. They are saying that all players who have not yet attained the age of 18 and are playing in any of the above groups shall be considered amateur players and eligible to participate in the various juvenile competitions of the GFA, provided they have not played in any divisional league. Please keep that underlined word in there, provided they've not played in any divisional league. Any divisional league. We'll come back to it. Now let's move on. I won't talk about the next thing they were talking about was the regional and district juvenile committee. I wouldn't want to make our preamble a lot stretchful, even though I've noted that we would go through this in series. So this is the first series where we are talking only academy football. So let's move on straight to it. Chapter 4 of the whole conversation was centered on National Football Academy Committee. The National Football Academy Committee. It says that the first one, there shall be a National Football Academy Committee constituted by the National Juvenile Committee, of which membership shall not be less than 5, of which must have a chairman, vice chairman and secretary. Now this composition of the National Football Academy Committee, I am only highlighting it because it is going to help us make proper conversations surrounding our football, our academy football in this country. I want to ask, my first question is this: the main motive behind the formation of this committee was supposed to make sure that they are formulating policies, they are regulating and making sure that rules are being implemented in that area, because it is one of the major key components in our progressive endeavors in terms of us making sure that, if I say us, I'm talking about our football ecosystem, having the best of quality materials, participating at all levels. Talking about the Ghana Premier League, the Division 1, Division 2, going straight, which feeds into our national football teams. Our national football teams, that's the main thing. We will move on. I want to look at the registration of academies in this country. How and which criteria are the laid down criteria which will enable any team, any juvenile team, to be able to call itself as an academy, right? So let's get to find out the registration of football academies. 1, an academy is an organization, so they took their pain to explain, and I'm explaining to you what football academies is supposed to be. An academy is an organization or an independent legal entity whose primary long-term objective is to provide players with long-term training through the provision of the necessary training facilities and infrastructure. Which now leads me to the fact that how many football academies in this country have all these football training facilities? Now, the training facilities are not supposed to be manned by empty heads, which means that it's more or less like money buys bed, but money does not buy sleep. Money buys car, but money does not drive cars. I don't know whether bright you can follow me. I feel like you're calling to proper lecture and I am asking myself, how on earth will we formulate such a policy? We have clear understanding of who and what should be called an academy. They say it should be a legal entity. That means that it should first off understand that it is a company, right? Or an industry or a machinery which is supposed to produce quality footballers, quality materials. A legal one, meaning it should be registered. How many football academies in this country, well-known football academies in this country, are registered? Yet we hear every now and then we have so many academies, and I'm asking the GFA. This question is to the GFA. Our Ghana Football Association, up to date, in their next congress, they should make it a mandate to tell us how many football academies are in their book list, are on their list, on their checklist. They should look at it and tell us. And how many of them are not on the checklist, and why haven't they held them accountable? Why haven't they implemented the laws? Why haven't they seen to it that nothing of that sort is supposed to be happening? You may say, what's our questions? Yes, say, before you can call yourself a football academy, you should have structures. Structures, you say, we don't play on red pitches. In 2026, some command will see a castle. 2026, the conversations around you broke till you get rich, struggle before you can get there, hustle. Yes, I get it. In this day, even in Europe, players are hustling, but this kind of hustling is detrimental to the growth of every player. What worked for Osei Kufuor in the 1990s cannot work for another same central defender in 2026. Our football governing body should begin to take note of that. And they are the things that worked in 1990 are expected to be working for us in 2026. That has been the downfall of our giants in the Ghana Premier League. That has been the downfall of our football. Yet we've told ourselves that we will not take any clue from it. We will hear former players like John Pinto tell you that me, I struggle, I slept in chaos. Me, I used to watch former players, legendary players, senior players in the team. I used to watch their uniform. And so therefore, players of today are supposed to be washing jerseys. What? Are we okay? Are we okay? No, are we thinking? It shouldn't be happening. It should not. Professional players, professional league. Let me put that one aside. Today our main focus is on academies. Number 2, all football academies shall register and affiliate with Ghana Football Association in order to be recognized as such. My time is almost up. You should go and affiliate. So it's more or less like a partnership. And I even think that will be the link which will be able to assist any football academy to use the football dictionary of this country. How football should be played in this country. I've been signaled my time is almost up for the first session of this particular topic. I will definitely come back to it. Let me add the last one to it. The last 2 subjects, and I'll leave it there. We are still on the registration of football academies and why. The third one is the following criteria shall guide the registration of the football academies. An application form shall be submitted to the National Juvenile Committee stating proposed name of the club, location, home ground, founders, and then directors. Number 4, all academies shall satisfy the underlisted criteria before being recommended by the National Juvenile Committee to the Ghana Football Association for affiliation. So the next time I come, that is where we'll begin from. We'll get to find out the criteria listed for every football academy to have an affiliation with the Ghana Football Association. My name again is Jacob Minka. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Please do also click on the subscription button, click on the notification button, and take care of yourself. New Year is here. This season is going to be big and bigger. Join the family. Thanks for joining me, and I'm out. Bye.